guys, welcome to episode 7 of Terran Talks Starcraft Tactics. This week, we have a topic that is central to leaguing up and understanding Starcraft, yet isn't spoken about much in depth, and that is learning how to pick your battles, when to back off, and learning how to create a favorable engagement. This episode, we're also going to play an interactive game as well. Before we get into that though, I'd like to tell you guys about this awesome offer that is going on this week only. You can order a large Papa John's pizza of any kind for 50% off while supporting esports. Go to www.pizza.gg, pick the pro gamer or team you want to support, and enter the promotional code PizzaGG. I recommend supporting DeMuslim or Team Liquid Starcraft too. There's a bunch of cool prizes in it for you as well if supporting esports isn't enough. You greedy bastards, you. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's get to some Starcraft learning. Knowing when to back off was one of my biggest issues when trying to league up from the lower leagues. I would end up doing really stupid shit like running my whole army into a tank line or just standing there with my units in a Psystorm, but there were also less obvious engagements that I was losing that would cost me the game as well. While I know a lot of this knowledge comes from just playing a lot and getting a feel for it, there are a lot of little tips as well that I'd like to give you in order to start honing that skill of being able to just eyeball the situation. Watching tons of games helps just as playing yourself does. Make sure you tune into all of the big tournaments and player streams for improvement too. Here are some little tidbits to get you started. One zealot will kill 3 lings, however, you can kill a zealot with 4 lings without even losing one if microed properly. A zealot will kill 3 marines if the marines do not have the closing distance and are not microed. A ling will kill a marine if he's the first to attack, but a marine will win otherwise. There is also terrain and unit strengths and weaknesses to think about as well. Here are some of the basic yet most important ones. Having a better concave is desired. This means that more of your units can attack a clumped enemy while you maintain a spread out dome shape. Kinda like this. There's also a large advantage to having the high ground in a fight. You get vision far before your opponent does, and you can get off a ton of shots before he even gets off one. Getting a surround is also very helpful, and this is kind of similar to getting a good concave. This can put things in your favor when they otherwise would have not been. Keep your melee units in front of your ranged, and your tankier meat shield style units up there too. Avoid fighting in a choke if your army is mostly melee, and try to lure your opponent into a small space if you are ranged and they are not. Lastly, ensuring you don't run into high Templar Psystorms, tank lines, or banelings is very important. Utilizing good micro or building correct counters will neutralize this threat, for the most part. Now, I'd like to play a game. I'm going to show you 3 compositions, and you're going to test your ability to decide which will win. This should be fun and mildly informative. Well, mostly just fun. Who do you got your money on for this one? Terran or Zerg? Red or blue? How'd you do? How about this one? Terran or Protoss? And finally, who will win this one? Zerg versus Protoss. Let me know down in the comments how you fared in my little game, and if you like this quote-unquote interactive learning. That concludes this week's episode. Next week's topic is going to be a bit of a surprise just because I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing yet. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check back every Tuesday and Thursday for Terra videos. Tschüss!